Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a video on just like a tutorial of how to put waves in your hair with a flat iron. I'm gonna do the flat iron on this side, and then I'm gonna do the curling iron on this side. I'm doing both because tons of my clients are like, how can I make a flat iron wave? And what I always tell people is that it doesn't matter what tool you use. If you can just get to the end result that you want, it doesn't matter. You don't have to teach yourself how to use a flat iron to do waves. I know that it's hard if you don't do it every day. I mean, I'm doing flat iron waves every day, all the time. Like, it's very easy for me because I've been doing it for a long time. But you don't have to teach yourself how to use a flat iron. If you want to, you totally can. But I'm gonna show you how to do the curling iron also. I'm gonna try to show you the differences in both techniques. Obviously the difference in the technique is the tool, but like what is different with like hand positioning and what is different with like where you're gonna hold your hair, and then also you'll be able to see the differences of the style that you get with both of them. But I'm gonna try to show you how you can achieve almost the exact same look with two different tools. I don't have a wand here at home. I do have one at the salon, but I never ever use a wand, so I just figured that I wouldn't show you how to do it with a wand. However, you can use your curling iron like a wand if you'd like. Also, I'd like to break and say that I have strep throat right now, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was this morning, but that's why my voice sounds like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. First, I just wanna say that I blow dried my hair using Oribe Royal Blow Out and also Oribe Maximista. Those products can obviously be found at my work, Wheelhouse Salon, and if you live in Birmingham, it's awesome to purchase from them because I know you can get these products online. I just think it's great to be able to support people, and Courtney and Johnny are both amazing people, and also you can support me by buying them from me. The commission that I make off of products that I sell at the salon goes into a fund called my education fund, and I choose to have every single bit of commission I make off of products go in there. So basically, when it's built up to enough money, I can choose a class that I want to go to anywhere in the United States, or really, I mean, if I had enough in there, it could be anywhere in the world. They would pay, that education fund would pay for my flight and for my room and for the class. But anyway, so that's a great way to also support me if I'm your stylist or just your friend or your family member or whatever that can support my education. So most people are used to, this is an old beat up flat iron too, but this is a Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium, and usually it's blue and silver. This one is black. It used to have some like red writing on it or something like that, but this thing is like 4 years old. And so this is the one I used to have at the salon, and I brought it home and I got a new one for the salon so that it wouldn't look this crappy. But it still works amazing. So it's Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium, and it's 1 inch thick. And I'm gonna put that in the link below also so that you can find out where to buy one of these guys. But to me, this is the best. It's got really long plates. The plates are titanium, so they glide over the hair really smooth. Ceramic is good for your hair, yes, but it is textured, so it's really hard and it pulls kind of through your hair, and it goes like this. Like when you're doing it, it would like very rigid, and so it can cause like some crimping in your hair. Not to say that you can't get crimping with this, because I mean, I'm a hairdresser and I still get crimping with this every now and then. But basically how I'm gonna start out is I'm not gonna use clips or anything, but I'm just gonna divide my hair into two parts. And this is the back part, so I'm pulling all this from the back. Basically split your hair in half in the back, and then in half here. Basically everything above the ear. I mean, I go slightly above the ear too because I want, you know, this little piece. And then I'm just gonna twist this and just push it out of the way. And I'm gonna start with the last piece because I figure that's kind of the most difficult to get to, so I just wanna go ahead and get it out of the way. So, most people are used to flat ironing like this and holding their flat iron like this. You gotta change the way you're thinking about holding your flat iron. So you're not gonna hold it like this anymore. You're gonna bring your fingers around to the front, your knuckles are facing out. See, so I can control it with my palm and my fingers. It's not like this anymore. It's like this. I always try to tell people, like, because you're gonna be using this and you're gonna want your wrist turned in when you put it on your hair, so that when you curl it out, you'll be able to still do this. Because if you're holding it like this, then you're gonna do all these weird things with your arms to try to do it. And I see people do it all the time, and it looks hilarious, first of all, but it's just comical. So I'm gonna take this like this. My wrist is in. I'm gonna put this over the hair into the middle, and I'm just gonna clamp it tight and turn it around. See, my wrist is just facing out now, and all I'm doing is sliding it out. That's all I'm doing. And look, there's a wave. I've got to turn away. Okay, so I'm going away from my face, but I'm not gonna do that with every single wave. I'll show you. I like a more separated beachy wave. If you wanted it to be more of like a polished look where you could brush it and all the waves would just be soft and shiny and go the same way, then you want to do them all in the same direction. But I personally like messier, beachier, just more separated hair. So now I'm going to take the next piece. I'm just going to slide my finger through there, take the next piece. This time I'm going to go towards my face. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to twist that, but I'm just going to pull this forward all the way. So now it's facing inward. And what I like to do is take the ends and just flat iron them a little bit, because I like them to be kind of pointy. And when I say beach wave, like, that's what we call it on the internet, but like, if you went on the beach all day, your hair would not look like this. So I don't really know why it's called a beach wave, but I think that people just really like the way that sounds. So now I'm getting to my last section, and if you notice the size of my sections, I mean, they're pretty good. You know, they're not super thick, but they're about 1.5 inches wide, 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Like, it's a good bit of hair that I'm putting in there, but it needs to be thin enough to when you slide your fingers over it, like, it's not hard to hold in your hand. Does that make sense? Like, it's not a huge thick section, so there's not tons of hair in it, but it is wide. So here I go again. My knuckles are out. I'm going like this. I'm using my arm. I'm putting the hair in it, and then I'm clamping down and turning out. You want to make sure you're constantly moving. Once that clamp is closed, once you have closed the flat iron, there's no stopping. You don't stop. You want to keep moving smoothly, because when you stop, that's when you're going to get a crease, or you're going to get a crimp. You're going to get a line from the heat in the lines of the flat iron. So now I'm going to take the other section of my hair, and I'm starting in the back again. And I'm just going to see it's been separated top to bottom. Now I'm just sliding this bit out, and see how wide it is? I'm going to take that and divide it into 2 sections. I'm going to take this one from the bottom, and I'm going to turn it in. And you can hold that end, or you can just drop it. It really doesn't matter. And then I always go over it like that and lay it down. Then I'm going to take the straight piece that I see. I also want to throw in a side note while I'm doing this, that I never do this neat. This is all for the purposes of a video and for people who are that neat. I'm going out with this one. Just sliding it down. I never start with straight hair either. This is my hair like blown out. Like, I don't do that to my hair. I literally don't wash my hair but every like 4 or 5 days. I let it air dry. I put product in it, and that's about it. Like, I don't really brush it. Today I like brushed it, put product in it, blew it out a little. I didn't blow it out with a brush. I only used a brush for my bangs and for this top section to give it like some sort of volume. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this one. See what I'm doing? I'm just clamping it and turning it in and then moving it out. My friend Whitney at work, who actually did my hair color, if you were wondering. See, I fail sometimes. Look at that. Fail. That's just a completely imperfect piece. So I'm going to go back over it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split it in half, because it might have just been too big. Sometimes I turn the flat iron off on accident with my thumb, so I was just checking to see if it's on. But take that over it, turn it in, hold it tight, and just bring it forward. So as I was saying, my friend Whitney at the salon, she She did my hair, if you were wondering, like I said. And she compares this to, like, you know when you're wrapping presents and you want the ribbon to have a curl in it and you take it and you slide the scissors across it? It's just like that. This is the hot edge going against that hair, which is like the ribbon, and it's curling it. So I really like that kind of way of putting it because it just makes so much sense. That one's going out, and I did just turn my iron off with my hand, but it's still hot enough to do that. Then I'm going to flat iron the end just a little bit. I'm using my phone as a mirror right now, so I gotta find the little straight pieces. Like I said, I never start from my hair being this straight. I usually don't even wave every single piece of it. Like, I start from air dried, messy, not brushed hair to like put like 6 waves in it, and that's it. Will say like, I want to look messy and undone and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, but I bet you go over your curls like 17 times if you get one wrong, don't you? See, if you want to be messy and undone, just move on. If you have one that's kind of imperfect, just move on. And then when you're finished and you mess it all up and you put that texturizing product in it and all that, it's gonna look great because it's not gonna be perfect. You don't want it to be perfect all the time. See, this is really 2 sections, but I have them both in my thing because, see, I'm getting sloppy here, you guys, because this is how I am. I'm not, and also don't brush through them until the very end. Like, I'm just leaving them all like that. I would never just wear them like that, but I'm leaving them all like that for now because I want them to set and get cold, and then once they're set and cooled off, then that means they're gonna stay a little bit longer. They're gonna stay in my hair longer than if I would have brushed through them when they were nice and hot. Okay, and I'm not gonna do my bangs, so I'm leaving that there, and I'm just slightly curling this front piece. If you have face framing, you wanna make sure that you don't like get a freaking ringlet in there because that looks very strange. See, even this piece might end up looking strange, but we'll see. And so now I'm letting this all cool down. It's really only the front pieces. You can kind of take them and squeeze them, and you'll feel the heat. The heat is there still, and just squeeze them, and you're getting like the heat out by squeezing them like that. But don't brush through them until they're like, okay, now they're good. So I'm using Thick by Oribe. You can also use dry texturizing spray. I just like this one better, and my dry texturizing spray is out. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna break them up, brush through them. And then I'm gonna put some in my bangs. And then I'm gonna take a look and see in my mirror if I want to change anything. It's like I don't love this one, so I may take like 2 pieces right on top and just, I'm gonna do this one, and I'm just gonna add like a really defined curl. Flat iron the end. And I'm gonna also take this one and do one. And then I'm gonna break it up again. It's messy, it's not perfect. That's the way I like it. Everyone compliments me all the time, all my clients and stuff compliment me all the time. They're like, I love your hair. How do you style it? Please show me how, show me how. I'm gonna flat iron a couple of the ends. Don't try to be perfect about it. Like, you really don't want each piece to be perfect. I like my hair super messy. And then after I'm done using this spray or dry texturizing spray, Oribe Thick, I will go in with Oribe Apres Beach spray, and I just spray it just right on my ends. Really piecey and messy so that you can see like more definition and it looks actually beachier and messier, like it's kind of dirty, not like it's just like freshly washed. Okay, now that's the flat iron side, and this is my hair straight still, and I gotta plug in my curling iron. I will be right back. Okay, I've got my curling iron nice and hot, and just like I did on the other side, I wanna kind of separate out my hair, take all of this, I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna twist it. Some people like braid it to get it all the way, some people use clips. I just twisted it. All right, I'm gonna take this section. I am using a Argan Heat One and Only curling iron from Sally's, and this is thicker than my flat iron, which is probably gonna be the biggest difference. This is, I think, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. And so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna do the first curl in, and I'm just gonna hold it like this, take it down a little bit, but I'm leaving this end out. Notice I'm leaving the end out because I don't want super curled ends. And if I get super curled ends on accident, I'm gonna go back over them with a flat iron and straighten it out. Just do that and let it go. You're probably already noticing, oh wow, this is so much easier than with a flat iron. And for me, like either or, but for most people, this. So yeah, just think about it. Like, you don't have to do it with a flat iron. Like, people want to do it with a flat iron so bad because they see like, oh, flat iron waves everywhere all the time on Instagram, on Pinterest, whatever. But these can look just like flat iron waves. So don't even worry about that. All right, bringing some of this hair forward. And I am going to split that in half. And but leave that end out. Leave the end out. You don't want to tuck the end right here. If you stretch it out a little bit more by using your clamp and tucking that in, that's where you get like a really nice neat curl, and that's what you would want to do if you're prepping someone's hair for an updo, or if you were wanting your ends to look nice and like smooth, if you were doing Hollywood waves, something like that, you would want that tucked in. But for these flat iron beach waves, you don't want that end tucked in. You want it out. Trying to find my next piece. Oh, whoops. So this piece, we're gonna use the curl iron and we're gonna turn it out. See, sometimes I mess up. I messed that up. So get that tucked back in. It's also interesting doing this on the phone. All right, loosen it up just a little bit. Hold it there for a second. Y'all, what if this was like that terrible sad Con Air video where the girl had it on her wand and then it just like came off? That'd be awful. I'd be really sad about my hair. I'd probably have the same reaction as her too, because she was like, wait, what? My hair just came out? You can also work with a little bit bigger of sections from the curling iron, since you are, I don't know, it's a little more sturdy holding it because the clamp is doing the work for you. But with the flat iron, you're having to use the strength of your hands to clamp it. And if you're like me and you've been doing hair for 6 years, then you have a little bit of carpal tunnel and it's not fun to clamp things, especially not on your day off. See what ringlets this is producing? I mean, it's hilarious. I'm going to be a little different with this piece than I was on the other side. I'm going to split it into 2 pieces still. I'm going to take the front piece first, and I'm just going to go in from the top, and I'm just going to, like, I'm not even going to hold it. I'm just going to barely go over it like that because I don't want it to be crazy. Alright, and again, I want to let it cool. Oh yeah, that's really hot. I'm going to break this up. Y'all are gonna see some differences now. I'll break this up with my fingers. I'm gonna get my products back. You could just flip your head upside down to do this, but because I'm sitting here and I don't have any pants on, I'm doing it like this. But I want to take, okay, so let's look at the difference first. See, this is more messy the way I like it. Not to say that I don't like this, because I do. I like how this takes pictures. So like if I'm gonna be wanting to take a picture of someone's hair that I just did, this is a great way to showcase, because those perfect curls, the light reflects off of them so beautifully, and it doesn't do the same thing necessarily over here. It's funny, my hair looks actually darker over here, which is funny because it's not got the same amount of highlights. But anyway, I do like this side, but personally, like, I just like this messy side better. It just kind of goes with my style better, and it's just more like who I am. So I'm gonna take my curling iron, not my flat iron. I want to show you how to do this whole thing with your curling iron. And I'm just gonna take the end and just kind of, I'm just gonna make some of them like straight again. Just using the flat iron just like I would, the curling iron just like I would a flat iron. I'm gonna take, I'm just gonna run it over some of the curls. Alright, that's pretty much. And then see, I'm gonna go here and flat and make this a little bit more straight. Sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder and not. So now I'm just gonna merge it all together. Use my Oribe Beach on this side. A little more on that side. Can't hurt. And yeah, that is a finished look. And like, I could leave the house like this. I don't feel like both sides look so extremely different from one another that it's like, oh wait, I have to redo it. So you can get the same look using both tools. And that is how. Curling iron side, flat iron side, curling iron side, flat iron side. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I want to say, like, this has been a super requested video, but I've only had a YouTube channel for like a week, so it's not, but it is for my clients. Like, everyone's like, you should do a tutorial. Like, I want to know how to do my hair like that. I wish I could fix my hair the way you fix it when I leave the salon, you know? So lots of my friends, lots of my clients, like, everybody's always wanted me to do this. So I hope that that this taught you something. And if you have any questions, comment down below. I'm gonna put some links to the salon I work at, so if you want to book an appointment with me or any of my colleagues, you can. And if you want to get information on where we're located so that you can come buy some of these Oribe products. I'm also just gonna say what I used, what kind of curling iron, flat iron, all that kind of stuff is. And if you want to see more, please, 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 please subscribe and share this video and comment and thumbs up and all that good stuff, because I really am just gonna try to give this channel my best and give you guys what you want. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. I feel 100 times more comfortable doing this now than I did before. So I feel like it's gonna be great. And also I wanted to say that my posting schedule, I'm gonna try to stick to it as much as I possibly can, and I might do more than this a week, but I'm gonna try to at least post 2 videos a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. You know, I have 2 kids and a husband, so it may be give or take, but I'm gonna try to do my very best to do Wednesdays and Saturdays for y'all. So anyway, like I said again, thank you so much. Comment whatever you want to see. If there's anything else you have a request on,